People often write to communicate, but that's not the only way writing can be used. Writing is a tool for learning. You can use writing to help you observe, or to help you think about things. Writing down our observations and thoughts helps us notice more, clarify our thinking, and remember what we see. As long as you can read what you wrote, you don't need to worry about things like spelling and grammar. Writing can be a tool for observing and recording information. An observation is anything that you notice with your senses.
I wrote labels. One of the labels I wrote was the color is black in that they have legs and where they were. So I used bullet points to describe this creature. He's black, small, has antennae, 6 legs, and he has a line on his back.
I wrote a sentence for this bug. I noticed it has mandibles just like spiders and scorpions.
I wrote a paragraph about my slime insect and how it uses its rocks.
We can also use writing as a tool to think and to get our ideas down on the paper.
I also wrote a question, and my question was, do these bugs have family?
This bug reminds me of when I caught a spider as a little kid with my brother.
I wrote a paragraph because I went more in depth about how it uses its rocks and algae and all for its like protection, possible camouflage.
I wrote a paragraph about finding the bugs. We found the bugs by going to the creek and taking rocks to see if there's anything moving on them. Then we poured water over the rocks so that the insects and creatures could land in the cup we have.
I wrote a poem about this little bug. It was in the form of a haiku. Flowing through water, nice and smooth, so fresh and free, oh so free to be.
For my emotion, I talked about how the rocks on the insect must be lonely, as like this might be its first time moving, like since who knows.
I wrote down my emotions. During this time I had a lot of fun, and it was super amazing finding these different creatures and learning about them.
Now it's your turn to practice writing to observe and writing to think. You'll need a paper or a nature journal and a pen, pencil, something to write with, as well as something to observe. You could observe a leaf, or a rock, or a landscape feature, or maybe an animal if it doesn't run away. First, make a simple drawing of your nature object. Next, make some observations. You can write labels, phrases, use sentences and paragraphs, and remember you don't have to worry about spelling and grammar. Step 3. Use your writing to show your thinking. You can write down questions, you can make connections to things you already know, and you can provide possible explanations. Other things you can write about are your emotions, what you're feeling or reflecting on while you do the activity. If you want an extra challenge, you could try to write a whole paragraph about your nature object, your emotions, or your journaling process. Finally, connect your drawings and your words with lines and arrows. After you've tried out writing to observe and writing to think, you may want to reflect on how the experience was. Did writing help you to observe more or to clarify your thinking? What did you like about writing? What did you find most challenging? How could you use writing to think and observe in the future? Writing is your greatest tool. Never